Okay, so this is the Johnny Yong Bosch panel, a Q&A. I didn't really plan anything. Wasn't like I wrote like something to talk to you guys about. I just want to talk about math, which I wouldn't know what to talk about anyway. Yeah, it's the quadratic equation. Well, it has something to do with fours. So I guess I'll start off by saying, what's up? Welcome. I didn't eat yet, except for the gum, which lost its flavor a while ago. And no, I shouldn't eat those donuts because they'll go straight to my cheeks. Butt cheeks! Anyway. Lame joke, I know. Anyway, I'm going to do the stair thing. And go down. The table's not low enough, so it doesn't work. What can I, you know what, let's just do questions. It's easier that way, and yeah. What now? What did I think of playing Ichi and how did he was actually pretty tough. Because he's really wordy, you know, like he talks a lot, you know. But the show was so weird, you know, and goofy, and made fun of other anime, you know, which was kind of cool. But the thing that kind of threw me off, I remember doing the, what was it, like episode 0 or whatever it was, like the movie, right, that they were shooting. And so they were like, well, here's the thing with Ichi, you know, he can't act. You know, and so it's like, so when you're voice acting, you have to, you know, act poorly. And I was like, okay, all right. So I went like way over the top, like really bad acting, you know. And I thought I was making it really obvious. And then they're like, that's good, but a couple of the other actresses are doing that kind of, you know, bad acting. So you have to do one that's not so bad, but it can't be good. It has to be like in between there. And that is like, what the hell do I do then, you know? It's like, it's just going to sound like I'm a bad actor, you know? So hopefully you can read that bad acting, you know, on my part, or did. I don't know. Hopefully it read well, I guess. But yeah, it was tough. There was a lot of that kind of thing going on, you know? But the show's interesting and curious to see what else happens. I never figured out the dance. So I was throwing up, like I remember I went to Canada for a convention, and there's like they were having a dance, the How Do We Dance contest or whatever, and they had a bunch of fans come up and do the thing, and we were judging or whatever. Yeah, they're wearing the costumes and stuff. And so it's Wendy Lee, Michelle Ruff, myself. Who else was there? Stephanie Shea was there. Kristen was not there, but it was in the panel that we were at. I think that was it. I think it was just before. There might have been somebody else, but then we're sitting there, and then. Michelle's like, Wendy, why don't you go up there and do the dance? And Wendy was like, oh, well, I'll go if everybody goes. And then, of course, everybody's like, yay! And so I was like, oh, great. You know? And it's like, they had the video to follow. So I'm like, I've seen it a couple times, but I didn't learn the dance. I don't have time for that, you know? And so I go up there, you know, and then I'm going up there with everyone else, and I walk up on stage, and, you know, all these kids are here or whatever, and so I'm standing out in the front, and then I realized that the other actresses, like, went to the back. And then I was like, oh, crap, wait, they're in the back. They're behind it. Nobody's going to see them. Everyone's going to see me. And then I'm like, and then the music starts, and I'm like, oh, no. So I was like copying everybody. I think it's on YouTube. It was on YouTube for a while. I don't know if it's still there, but it was pretty embarrassing. And then they made me do it at AX. I was like, dude, I don't have to do the dance, right? That was like my thing. I was like, I don't have to do the dance at AX, right? And they're like, nah, you don't have to do it. So, okay, so I don't need to learn it or anything. They're like, no, don't worry about it. You don't have to do it. And then, like, I'm standing off stage, I'm like talking to somebody, and then they're like, hey, John, they need you up on stage. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I go up there, and then it's like, the music starts, and I'm like, oh, crap! And I'm like, and then, like, they have, like, the actual VAs from Japan doing it, like, and I'm behind them, and I'm like, oh, crap! They're making fun of them! I'm like, oh, no, like a long version. This isn't like the short version, you know. This is like 5 minutes long. And it just kept going. And I'm like, what else do we do? I've been doing the same thing for like, the last couple minutes. I can't think of anything else. What do I do? I'm so confused. It sucks. Is that right? I'm sure that one's harder. Anyhow, so I stay away from anything related to Haruhi and dance. Yes, why?
Do you think you could do the how your character on Bleach never did it, but do you think you could do the Don Kanoji laugh? The blah-ha-ha thing?
Do I think I could?
What do you do?
Yeah, he didn't like that very much.
That's coming on YouTube.
Is it?
How was it working on the Bleach movie?
The Bleach movie was cool. I didn't know anything about it. Like, I was like, oh, well, all right, there's a movie? Cool. And so I watched it. I thought it was interesting. The only thing that I felt they should have done was maybe, the only thing I don't like about anime movies is when they they just throw in all the characters from the show. And anybody new to it that comes to watch the movie will be like, who the heck are these 12 other characters, So I think it really caters to the fans of the show. But I think you can still kind of enjoy it and like it, if you haven't. But I thought it was cool. I felt pretty good at the end of it, There's a couple things I might have done differently, but I think it's pretty cool. Have you seen it?
No, but I'm planning to.
Yeah, I think it's going to be in theaters in June sometime.
Wow.
You guys already know. You know more than I do. You guys are smart. Oh, you know what? You should actually go see it in the theater because we shot some extra footage of us, talking about the characters, interviews and stuff. And there's some. I think we made fun of each other and whatnot. So I think they're showing that before the movie, the making of sort of. They're going to be showing that kind of stuff in the theater. So you'll get to see our big faces, which is not that cool. It's going to be looking at us like this. Eyeballs going back and forth, between the day, like that. But we did do the interviews, yes. What was that? Am I what like Ichigo?
Anything like it.
Am I anything like Ichigo? I am somewhat like him. I mean, I could be, there are times when I can be rude. Or, straight to the point. And there's times when I can be pretty stupid. So, yeah, there are some things, that I'm similar to Ichigo, and I don't think I'd be able to play them well if I didn't bring some of those things to him. But, yeah, I do enjoy doing Hollow Ichigo, though, which I'm nothing like, But you want to hear his voice? Well, with Ichigo, let's see. Ichigo is really kind of my natural voice, And I usually start off with the fighting stuff, So Ichigo's fight calls are usually like that kind of stuff, when he's fighting or striking or whatever. And Hollow Ichigo, and then he says some kind of line like, who am I? Like that kind of stuff. It's crazy and it's a little wild. Bizarre. And I was noticing though in the Japanese, later on, Hollow Ichigo sounds just like regular Ichigo. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Okay. But his laugh isn't, But yeah, it's the later ones when there's I don't know what episodes, 100 and something, where they finally fight. And I was like, yes, I can't wait to do that. But anyhow, Hollow Ichigo's kind of cool. I'm curious to learn more about that. I want to know why the hell his hair is red or orange or whatever. What's up with his mom? I know that she died, but come on. Let's get some of that story. What is up